Now let's talk. 240 Alton Towers. You just contacted me and said Dollarama needs you. Dollarama doesn't need me. Someone's been in your earpiece pissing you off, and you thought the best way in order for to be able to get them to get off your back is to tell them and me, tell them as me that I need to go to 240 Alton Towers. I have no reason to be there. No one from my team is currently set up to be there at 240 Alton Towers. So I'm not safe to be down there with no protection to be down there. So I'm not going. Okay? There's no one there. But they used you in order to get me down there. And here's why they did that. Get her down there to give them a reason in order to have an excuse to let someone in this house by Zenu, who's in the bed right now. His father is there, and Dale's ex-wife is also in this house. They're about to leave. They're about to leave by 10 a.m., I believe. So you have no one to open the door for you. Because you see, Zeno had too much freedom from about June 7th in order to let people in the house in order to attack me. But he hasn't done so. But he's doing so now. And I'm letting Zeno know who runs this house. I do, not Zeno. Because his dad is here and all of their fathers are going to be here while they stay here in this house. If they think they're going to open the door and let people in to attack me, I will give you a gift of, well, what's called shame. And seeing as you are, on the behalf of him, calling me to go to 240 Alton Towers, send his daddy down there because he wants to be comforted. Send his daddy, please. Send his motherfucking father, seeing as he wants to be comforted by my presence so badly. Anywhere you want me to go, if there is not anyone from my team there to protect me, I am going to send in someone relevant to you first in order to see if you really need my comfort that badly. Do you really need my comfort, or did you want to see your father? Because this looks to me like a petty call for, I need to see daddy. I can't do this job without him there. Just like you couldn't do the job when you were a child without daddy there to put on your shoes and hold your hand and say, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, Pokey. It's okay, because that's what daddy called you. He called you Pokey, right? Daddy called you Pokey as a child. So Daddy Pokey needs you now. And he needs to be comforted while he's on the job because he can't touch the cash. You taught him well not to touch money, Daddy Pokey. You taught him well not to touch cash. He's afraid of touching it without me being there. So go, you taught him not to touch cash. He should be able to touch it with you. Nothing like a fear in a child when the father speaks. The father says, do it, the child must do it. Zebion is not my dad in any way, shape, or form, especially 3 times counting. You are not my dad. But a father puts fear in a child in the same way physical assault puts fear in a woman, which is what Sevion uses. Now, Georgie, we were talking about it, right? So let's continue the topic of female rape. Female rape is when a female has been found guilty of getting pregnant on purpose, especially when the boy told her that he's the age of 17 and not 22, and the female is the age of 27. And then she gets pregnant, but then she realizes that she has to pay a hospital fee in order to give birth to the child. Right, Georgie? That's called common insurance. In Canada, you do have to pay that insurance. That's what you do when you go to your 9-month doctor's appointment visit. The doctor checks first financially if you have paid your common insurance in order to get in. And how do you pay your common insurance? They swipe your health card in Canada, and if your health card has logged out, you haven't paid your common insurance. You have not paid that, which means the doctor will not see you because you haven't paid the doctor's fee. How does the doctor get paid if healthcare is free in Canada? That doesn't make any sense. You can't pay someone on free. You can't pay someone on free healthcare promises. You can't pay a doctor to do a blood work test, which costs money, on, a free promise of not paying your commons fee, which is your insurance fee. You cannot make the payment because the doctor needs to be paid in order to complete the job. So now when a young female tells either a black boy or a white boy that they got them pregnant and they need their blood work, that's called a man rape. Because you should be able to get that on your own, because I never needed my son's father's blood work in order to continue to carry through with my pregnancy. I never ever needed my son's father's blood work in order to continue to see the doctor. Even when I had an eclectic diabetes with my son and I had to go to Hamilton Hospital, I did not need him there in order to see if it was from him. They knew automatically that it was from him because my son's blood work and my blood work automatically matched as well, semi-clean. They matched as being semi-clean. Okay, and they just told me that security is ready for me to be at 240 Alton Towers. Let me tell you how I know. You see those 4 trucks, the ones that I've been touching their handles with? There's been either 3 or 4 of them, and then there's the black van or the gray van. Those are my security. They're usually in. The blue one, there's a blue one, there's a yellow one, there's a white one. The white one hasn't shown up yet, but there's the 2 black trucks that are always parked and backed in with the side view mirror closed. That's my security team. They just called me to tell me they're ready. Okay, so I'm going to put on my shoes. I'm gonna change this dress because I've been wearing it since today's what, Friday? I've been wearing it since Wednesday. So technically Tuesday. So I'm gonna change this dress, put on my shoes, and then I'll be down there. They're there now. It just they just dimed me on my phone. Diming is another way to stay in contact with a person without making a physical phone call. So the buzz that you heard is them diming me. So they just dimed me to let me know they're there so I can go. Oh, by the way, Pookie, it seems like Daddy wants to see what I look like that you're calling me in for. Daddy wants to see me, Pookie. So I'm going to introduce myself to Pookie's daddy that helped him to put on his slip-on shoes. Or is Pokey gonna hide in the back room of Dollarama and not come out to say hi to me when he called me? Is Pokey gonna hide in the back room? Because that's where they usually be.